Am I still a ghost?
You're on.
Now?
Yes. You're
Hi,
on.
everybody. Welcome to the Chuck and Lisa show with Darcy as our producer. How you guys doing? We're groovy. Yeah, we did a show last week. First of all, if you missed it, we did it on Wednesday, just because we had racing to watch on Tuesday last week. So we'll be talking about some of that racing tonight. How you doing, Lisa?
I'm fine. Nobody told me the show was on.
Hi, Lisa.
No,
Didn't come, so I'm finding it. Hi, I'm here. Yay! It's Tuesday. Yay! It's Michael Jordan's birthday. It's Ed Sheeran's birthday. Somebody else's birthday.
Hey, it's somebody else's birthday.
Lots of people's birthday.
Yeah, if
Not
it's your birthday today, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. And if it's not your birthday, oh well.
Yeah, you lose. Hi, Darsh. How are you doing?
Better than I deserve, but I think you knew that already.
It's not his birthday
I
either.
did. It's not your birthday either.
No birthday for you. 2 years.
No birthday for you. This is an hour about absolutely nothing except laughing and talking about happy stories.
And we do it damn well,
Stuff.
too.
You know what? With all the crap going on in the world, we'll cover all that in the next hour with the right side of politics with me and Durst. But this show is just about talking about stuff that's absolutely nothing to do with politics if we can help it. And it should be that way, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yo.
What you said, Chuck.
Yeah.
What Chuck said.
Alright.
Skill.
All right, so let me quickly tell you where I am, I guess. I'm all over the dang internet at this point. I really am.
Parlor's back. Wee woo.
First of all, I am chuck.nellis.7 on Facebook, and I will be back there in a week from tomorrow from my 30-day suspension.
Yay!
Yay.
I am at Chuck Nellis everywhere else on the internet.
Except Twitter.
It would be except Twitter, definitely not Twitter. I am on Parlor, as Lisa said. They are back.
Except now they're a flower.
Yeah. I'm on Gab. I'm on Clout Hub. I'm on Tumblr. I gotta start looking at this. Codius, MeWe, WeGo, USA.life, Sayscape, PolitiChatter. I'm also on Reddit. I'm also on, what's the name of that thing? Telegram. And I'm on other sites too. So if you see me, say hi.
But Reddit's not really like social media.
I know, that's more like just a posting
Reddit's
site.
more like you go to groups and you read things.
Yeah. But I signed up there. It just seemed
You're
like
not supposed to use your real name there either. I bet you did.
I did. I always do. I'm at Chuck Nellis everywhere, including my house.
Yeah, I'm on Reddit too, but I'm not Louise there.
What are you?
Not
And Lisa, speaking of not telling us where you are on the internet, tell us where you are and are not.
I am.
Like that segue?
I am on Twitter. I am on Twitter's a much chiller place these days.
I can't imagine why. We all
on
left.
Instagram. No, we didn't all leave.
We did.
I am on Instagram. I'm also on Instagram as Vintage Velma, by the way. Vintage Velma Fine, sorry. So I'm on both places. Follow me both places, please. Thank you very much.
Cool.
I'm on Clout Hub. I think I went there yesterday, maybe.
Oh, did you?
I am on Parlor. I'm not sure why.
That's funny.
Because nobody talks to me, and it always says I should follow Sean Hannity, so then I leave. And Minds.com still doesn't work.
I'm on there too.
I have an
Is that off?
Etsy store, Vintage Velma Finds. Go buy something for your mother for Mother's Day, if she's still alive, or even if she's not. It's old vintage stuff for the most part.
It's a neat store.
I also have a real store, brick and mortar, as they say, in Burlington, North Carolina, across from the cigar store, Bullwinkle. On exit 143, Burlington, North Carolina. What are you doing?
What's this now?
I don't know. Maybe the gas company is making gas again.
Maybe.
We have an air gas company down the street, and they make things at night.
Yep.
Anyway, I have a store, Burlington, North Carolina.
You do?
Consignment Connection. Lots of things, lots of cool things, and there's other people's things too. If you like to look at things and buy things.
Chuck, does Lisa look at your things?
No, Chuck
I
doesn't.
can't tell you that on the air.
Chuck doesn't have any things. Chuck doesn't have any things at that store.
And if I did, they'd be detached from me.
And then I'd have to pay. I'd have to pay 10% commission.
I think you'd be taking 10% from me. Oh, by the way, everybody, before I tell you about Mr. Dershey, please give us a thumbs up down below, and also subscribe, because then you'll get a notification before the show. Mr. Dershey, where in the world can't we find you?
Who knows? Nobody really cares.
Oh, stop. You're getting to be on more sites now.
He's a Florida man.
I'm here in Florida, the only state that is not blue at the moment, weather-wise, that is. And
Electricity?
hiding out in my basement, which is impossible since we don't have basements in
They
Florida.
don't have basements there.
Which makes it really hard.
Get digging.
Anyway, I'm at Dersh if you want to find me, and I'm out there on Cloud Hub, USA.life, We Go, Parlor apparently, but I haven't been able to log in yet. And
so busy.
And Gab. Well, I heard today Mark Meckler, who's now the temporary CEO of Parlor, said that they are having issues with Apple OS. So,
No, I'm so shocked.
So people who are trying to get in with an Apple or a Mac or an iPhone or iPad, it may not work for you yet. They said they're working on it though.
Well, I've got their app working on my Apple, so I had the app already, so that one's working. But and both of them, no matter where you go, are dreadfully slow right now and crashing. But I guess that's pretty much normal when you're setting up new servers and getting them tuned up and whatnot. I mean, God knows we saw enough of it on Twitter over the years.
Yeah, if you try to use the app on your phones, Android or Apple, you will have major issues because there are things that they can't change that are written into the code. Since they're not in the Apple Store anymore, they can't change them. So you're better off trying to get to them or using the web.
Huh? Yeah, you're better off using a browser, really.
Yeah, just go use a browser.
Old school.
Where else can we find you?
I'm behind this microphone every Tuesday night, unless we have an issue with NASCAR. Producing this show, the Chuck and Lisa show. That's where I'm at.
That's a good thing.
Nobody cares wherever I'm at. So.
Come on! I really am a ghost tonight.
Well, yeah, you are, and I don't know why.
Hershey's dog eats broccoli.
Dershey's dog doesn't eat broccoli.
Yes, he does. He just gets it everywhere.
Our dogs will take the food, and if they don't like it, they'll chew it up and spread it all over the living room. Basically.
They're fertilizing the carpet.
Chief, Chief is funny. If you give him something and he'll put it in his mouth, if he doesn't like it, he spits it out with his tongue, and it just looks so funny. He just pushes it out of his mouth with his tongue. It's really cute. Hello? Uh-oh. Lost Chuck. Stand by, everybody. We are experiencing some Chuck difficulties. Just hang on. We'll be right back as soon as we can get Chuck back on the air. Please don't go away. We'll be right back. Hang on. Everybody, don't leave us. Again, we're having issues with Chuck. I have to set up a new link, and it'll just be just a minute, so stand by.
It's always
All right, stand by, folks. We're almost there.
I'm back.
Chuck is back. You're on the air, Chuck.
Cool.
Go ahead.
Hi, guys.
Now I have.
All right. Are we good? Do we have echoes?
I'm not connected. Hold on.
Lisa's not in yet, but you can go
I
ahead.
have
Continue.
Hi, guys. Sorry about that.
I have echo.
I don't know what. I have an echo too. I don't know what happened.
That's me. I didn't hang up from your phone call.
Oh, okay. Very good.
Thank
Sorry
you,
about
Mr.
that.
Dersh.
Thank you. That's why you're the producer. Sorry about that, guys. We're back. That was weird. Hi, Neutrino. Great to see you. I hate that one person left, but whatever.
Neutrino interference. I got an echo.
I got it right here. We're good. All right, we're back. We're normal. We're completely rolling. Unfortunately, somebody didn't take my word and say we'd be right back.
Maybe they just went to the bathroom.
Maybe they went to the bathroom.
Maybe
Anyway,
they-
we got some neat stories to tell you about, some happy stuff. And everybody needs some happy stuff nowadays, including being on the air, of course. But
Yay.
I told these guys, I think we actually had an internet outage for a brief moment here.
Neutrino
It
thinks
looked
it
like
was
it
them.
blinked. Who?
The person named Neutrino.
Thinks it was who?
Neutrinos.
They think they did it?
I think it went down because
I
of
see.
neutrino interference.
You're too funny, dude. I see it. I got you. All right, we're good to go. Let's roll. Dang, that threw me off my stride. All right, I got a neat story from you, first of all. Well, first of all, let me preface it. Lisa and I dated in college for about a month or so, and we were in high school together. And
Supposedly.
yeah, and I thought she was cute in high school, but I was already dating the girl, so I couldn't ask her out. But then in college, I became best friends with her family, and suddenly she came home from school and we started dating.
Suddenly,
Suddenly,
they let me in.
they let you come to visit. But anyway, we broke up after that, and she went her way, I went mine.
I went back to school.
30 years later, 30 years,
Something like
30
that.
years or so later, I sent her an email.
34.
34 years later, I sent her an email, and I asked what was up, and we got talking, and here we are. We've been together for 13 years, and we have been married for 6.5 almost.
Six? No, we
No, just over six.
And,
Six and a bit.
6 and 2 months.
Right, something like that. Yep. So anyway, then Lisa came across this neat story. It's a local story from here in North Carolina, from Greensboro. 50 years later, Dudley High School sweethearts back together with a little help from a teen idol. So this story goes on to say that he wrote to her and thought, well, let's see what happens. And he had moved away as a kid, as often happens with people.
They had to move to New Jersey
they were
to
young
help his
teens,
mom or
right.
something.
Yep. He moved to New Jersey to help his
A relative.
ailing mother in
Yeah.
1966. She tried to find him. She had urgent news. She even swung through New Jersey on a trip to New York to find out that he no longer lived there. The trail was cold, and she went on with her life. Then he got in touch with her, and they started dating. And she didn't believe it was him at first, but when they finally met in person, she finally believed him. And the link with the music was
He became a broadcaster, right?
he became a radio guy, yeah. And Mashed Potato Time was their song from then. And let's see, that was something they had in common, and they went to him.
Sang that song too,
right?
So he was interviewing her,
right? Exactly, he was interviewing her. So he went on with his life, of course, and then he actually in 2019 was introduced in the National Black Radio Hall of Fame. So he's quite well known. But these two got back together, and they are the loves of each other's lives.
oh wait, but did you do the good part?
Which part?
When they first got back together. Before that, when she sent him a picture, of her when she was younger,
right? I skipped some parts. You throw it in.
She sent him a picture of her when she was younger, holding a baby.
Oh, right. I did forget the best part. By the way, when they finally got together, the one big thing that she had to show him was the picture of her holding the baby. She says, honey, think about it. Why do you think I was trying to find you in New Jersey? For the last few months, they have spent their time getting to know their daughter, who is now 50, and their grandchildren, 2 grandchildren, Lorenzo and Zoe. All of a sudden, this guy went from being alone his entire life.
Well, he got married and divorced real quick.
Right, but he was mostly divorced his whole life. And then the love of their lives with children and grandchildren get back together. How cool is that story? They're getting married. I know. How cool is that story, Lisa?
Oh, I sent it to you.
I know.
I thought it was cool. Oh, and it turns out they had been living 30 miles apart.
Oh, right. You said that.
Long time. Yeah, and didn't know it.
That's funny.
Because he didn't have any sort of internet presence, and so nobody really knew where he was. So anyway, I thought that was cute.
I see you asked about the cigar question.
Yeah, because I'm going over there tomorrow anyway.
I used to smoke a pack a day every day for 42 years, and I gave it up 7 years ago almost. And 8 years almost, actually. Yeah. Even better.
It was right after we moved here.
So anyway, every once in a while now, I feel comfortable enough with it where I can smoke. I don't smoke a lot of cigar. I mean, I'll smoke a third of one, a fourth of one, and then I put it out and smoke it again some other time.
Except for the one that the cats hid.
Oh no, the cat stole my other half of a cigar.
You need to put it in a box or something.
I don't understand the cat. I think the cat smoked it.
Yeah.
I think right, Dersh?
Yeah. Dave.
So what do you think? What do you think of our lovely couple, man?
That was a pretty story.
Isn't that a neat story?
That's it's stuff for Hallmark movies.
Yeah, and God knows you love the Hallmark movies, man. Is there a Hallmark movie you haven't seen yet?
No.
Just the ones they haven't made.
Yes, right. The ones that are premiering this weekend I haven't seen yet.
Did you? Oh, speaking of, isn't that girl? Candace Cameron, is that her name? Is she on a lot of those movies?
Yeah, she's one of the major stars. And she was doing an interview. Yeah. She was doing an interview, and the girl said, "Really, it's not that hard to be in those movies or whatever." And she got mad. She's like, "Yes, it is that hard to be in the movies. You have to be an actress. You can't just be like a person walking down the street and be in these movies." Like, she got really mad. Apparently, that's pretty condescending, though. You know.
Yeah. Well, Think already says I need to stop buying catnip cigars.
Maybe that was meat. Maybe I bought that.
Well, Candace needs to revise and update her statement because
she's not a very good actress.
No, she's not, and
no,
half of the people who are in those movies aren't very good either. That's
so why do you love them so much?
That's why they're in
Just
Hallmark.
Because you're a big romantic?
Yeah, that's why they're in Hallmark movies. Because they can't be in other movies.
That's funny. Oh, man. All right, you guys ready for another story?
Sure, Uncle Chuck. Tell us a story.
I'm Uncle Chuck, and I'm going to tell you a story. This is a story about a man named Chuck going through life who didn't give up.
No. You cannot say that.
Oh, okay. I just made that up. All right, the next story. I'm sorry, I'm yelling. My ears must be ringing. An owner met a man in Hawaii who stole from him, and then he hired him. This guy came. Surveillance video showed a 33-year-old guy named Travis Sueyoshi stealing from a construction site in Waipahu, and it wasn't the first time he hit the same spot. Last month and got an estimated $10,000 worth of tools.
They
That's a
should
lot of
stop
money.
leaving their tools there.
No kidding. The owner said, "We work hard for our stuff. It's a family business, and we were going to find this guy." 3 days later, the guy returned to the scene of the crime. His conscience had gotten the best of him. He was very apologetic. He said, "I'll work it off. I'll do whatever." Somewhere in the conversation, the moment changed. I was looking at him, and I was like, "No, I don't want you to work it off. I'm going to hire you." That was 2 weeks before, and he was homeless and without a car, and he showed up every morning at 7 a.m.
Did he bring the tools back?
He brought the tool. Well, no, I think he stole the tools. I think he probably sold them. I didn't say anything about it, to be honest. But that's a pretty cool story. You look for happy stuff because there's so much crap in the world.
Yeah.
And instead of having the guy arrested and thrown in prison, which would be an utter waste of time and a lot of resources,
Pretty much.
they got
Except he'd still live in Hawaii.
right, but he wouldn't see it, except out
They
a
might
window.
have a window.
He might.
Yeah.
So
But it seems that since he said he would be willing to work it off, he probably didn't sell them and didn't return
yes,
them.
Yeah.
that's a good point.
That's
That's a
what
very
they
good
do.
point.
That's what they do.
Yeah, well, if you're broke and living on the streets, you do what you got to do sometimes.
So in other words, you can get
Fortunately, this guy had enough gumption about him.
yeah.
Yeah.
In other words, you can get really good deals on tools at pawn shops.
Yeah, right. They fell off the back of a truck. Honest.
It's not my truck.
Hey, the guys are telling you about cigars in there, so you know.
Okay.
Bullwinkle asks, how is Shelby doing? Shelby is
She
doing really well. She's terrorizing dogs and cats alike.
Yes, she is. I'm trying to scroll back up to the
She's
top.
so active. There,
Oh, today's her
none of the
medication day.
I bet the pets are looking forward to that.
Yeah.
She's just so active. It's amazing. I mean, she was opening her mouth fully, and with her disease that she's got, a lot of times that doesn't happen. So that was a really cool story.
And I didn't give her any soft food today either, and she seems to be fine.
That's great. Audra adds to our last story, better to have them and show them a better way, and people will help. You're right. This guy had enough self-awareness or caring or whatever you want to call it to apologize, and his conscience got the best of him, and he went to the guy.
Right.
So it's pretty cool. I mean, that's a lot of money for a small company to
Right.
lose in
Sometimes
tools.
you got to do what you got to do. Maybe he had little kids or something.
Yeah, in the car. So, all right. So that's that one. Let's see.
Catnip cigars.
I know. What's that? What the heck's a catnip cigar?
It's what cats smoke, dog.
Cat scratch fever. So, everybody likes beer and cigars.
I don't like cigars.
You don't like
I just-
cigars?
I buy them
You like
for
the
you.
smell of them?
They're literally across the street from my store.
though. Yeah,
Literally.
literally across the highway.
Well, yeah, I don't walk across the street.
Don't walk across the highway.
Where the store, where J&R Cigars is,
Yeah.
it used to be, 45 years ago.
Uh-huh.
That whole area and the area around it used to be Burlington Outlets.
Oh,
And people used to come down in buses from like Maryland, Pennsylvania, whatever, just to go shopping in the outlets before they had like these big Tanger outlet malls, and they were like real outlets. They weren't these made up outlet
Right.
things. And JR was one of the outlets where they would have like cigarettes and perfume and candy and
gifts and statues and
clothing,
everything.
all kinds of
everything
stuff.
from statues to clothing to
they had all
cigarettes.
kinds of stuff, but now they just have cigars and cigarettes.
It's disappointing. Audra's having a Blue Moon tonight.
I
That's one of your favorite
Blue
beers.
Moon. In,
Now-
in North Carolina, those are considered an import.
Yeah, that's funny. Speaking of beer, I found this story extremely interesting. Archaeologists in Egypt have unearthed the world's oldest known beer factory. Dates back 5,000 years, kids. That's how long we've been drinking the bubbly.
No, that's how long they know of.
Right. It's probably been longer than that.
Yeah.
So archaeologists in Egypt discovered this place, and it supplied thousands of gallons of beer for rituals and everything else that they do. They called it the world's largest beer factory. It consisted of 8 rooms, each 65 by 20 long, and they were in 40 clay pot. The beer was in 40, which had 40 clay pots resting in decorative cisterns arranged in 2 rows, and they're pretty big cisterns. I mean, they're like hot tub size.
What about Brotherns?
What?
Never mind.
Oh, never mind.
Never mind.
So anyway,
trying to be funny.
So anyway, they say the brewery dates back to the reign of King Narmar. I'd never heard of him. They said a lesser known name in Egypt history. I guess because he was drunk.
Narmar.
At the end of the night when he was too drunk, he go, Narmar. Narmar.
He had a bar. Bar Narmar.
Narmar bar.
Narmar bar.
That's funny. So anyway, they say the brewery may have been built in this place specifically to supply the royal rituals that were taking place. Yeah, royal rituals. Give me a beer.
I have ghost hair today too. That must be the gray parts.
Cool.
Look at that.
That's pretty neat. So anyway, this town named Abydos, I've heard of that. Abydos is the name of the town it was in.
Yeah. It
would have been filled with temples and tombs in its day. And even today, the Temple of Osiris is still intact and visitable.
What?
Osiris's temple is still intact and visible in this town.
It sounds like you said invisible.
Oh, invisible.
How would you know if it was invisible?
Invisible.
Oh.
All right. So anyway, it was thought to be able to produce 5,000 gallons of beer in a batch. And wow. Evidence for the use of beer in sacrificial rites was found during excavations in these facilities. I wouldn't die for a beer.
Wait.
But they did.
They might.
So what are these guys talking about? Hey, by the way, if you're listening, please jump in the pool over in the chat room. You're more than welcome. Pool. You don't have to. Well, if beer pool's more fun. Hops are good. All right, well, let's see.
I get it. Hop in the beer pool.
Yep.
I've been drinking Midnight Oil, Chuck.
We've got cigar talk. We've got scotch over here. Ooh.
Oh, you know what? I actually am drinking a Modelo. I forgot. It's a big Modelo, but it's one of those ones that has extra lime and salt.
Modelo's good beer.
Yeah. I thought it was a chelada, but it's not. It's just extra lime and salt.
And yes, Bullwinkle, that beer has probably gone flat by now.
I'm drinking,
or it's about 9,000 proof.
What are they
I'm drinking Midnight Oil, Chuck.
Skunky.
Is that a beer?
Yeah, Midnight Oil. It's coffee stout.
Oh, yeah, that's your favorite one.
I love this one. Well, it's not my favorite, but they didn't have my favorite, so I had to get this one. My favorite is Cubano Espresso.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Very nice. So I thought that story about the beer place 5,000 years ago, man. We've been drinking beer for 5,000 years, at least us humans. That's a while. I know, but that's the oldest one they found. I mean, if that's the largest one, there must have been many smaller ones before
Many.
What do they call the private brewers now?
Micro?
Yeah, they probably had microbrewers all over Egypt then. That's my bet.
Maybe they just didn't share.
Well, yeah, if I had a vat full of beer, I'd swim in it.
Ew, I wouldn't drink any of that.
All right. Well,
They need to smell like beer, not soup.
Exactly. Alrighty. Anybody want to throw anything in there before I move on to the next topic? Customers.
Seven-
Beer is proof that
30.
God loves us, Bullwinkle. You're right.
No, that's attributed to.
That's a nice gift thing
That's
already, by the way.
attributed to Ben Franklin, but I'm not exactly sure he actually said it. But it's a good thought.
Huh. I think already he was talking about his 10-year-old Scotch, and he said that his wife is a birthday present. So that's really nice. What did you get me for booze this year? You always get me booze.
No, we got you that one.
All right. I remember. Tell him.
Oh, I need to send the picture to Durst. It's funny as hell. So I don't always get you booze, but I got you some this year. Will it do any good to send Durst the picture?
Nah,
No?
don't bother. Just
Okay,
tell him.
So I'm trying to figure out. Oh, it's called Crazy Chuck's Purple Jesus Moonshine.
Oh, I saw that. Chuck showed me a picture of that.
Yeah.
I did.
Oh
Yeah, I
my
saw
God,
that.
And the guy looks just like Chuck.
I
but-
look more like the guy than the guy looks like the guy.
On the bottle, it looks just like Chuck. But we found the guy on Facebook, and Chuck looks more like the guy on the bottle than the guy does in real life.
And now for this brief commercial break. Look above our heads. You will see a Be American, Buy American sticker. It's a bumper sticker. I designed it, based it on something that I love from the 60s and 70s
It's
as
a
a bumper
sticker.
sticker.
For your bumper
Yeah, it's a sticker for your bumper.
or anywhere else.
Anywhere else that works for you. You can
Refrigerator.
put it on a fender, on
Over
your
Chuck's
wife,
mouth.
over Chuck's mouth. It's $5. A mere $5.
Free shipping.
Free shipping
But
even.
We don't know when it'll get there.
Well, that's based on Pony Express U.S. mail. But it's only $5, and if you want one, go to eBay.
If you want 2 or 3 or 4, go to eBay.
Actually, one person bought 10.
That was Johnny Poe.
That was Gray Cat did. He bought a bunch too.
Yeah.
So they're $5, and you go to eBay, and my wife's account is named Louise.
Imagine that.
Laweez. Everybody knows you as Lisa, so they don't know Louise.
We say Louise at the beginning of the show.
That's true. So Laweez is the account, $5, and that's the end of that brief commercial break. Meanwhile, back to the show.
Oh, you know what? I never told you. Oh, I told you, but I never told everybody this.
Mhm.
One day on Instagram, some kid messaged me and said, "You need to give me your name because I'm an artist and I need it."
What?
Louise. I needed to
Oh,
give
right.
them my
Your
name.
username?
Yeah. I said, no.
No,
No.
unless you're
They said, really? You're mean.
No.
No.
Picasso.
No, I said, it's my name.
Right.
No, you're not going to give it to me? No, I'm not.
People are ridiculous sometimes. They really are. Let's see. Neutrino.
Ew. I like black olives, though.
She saw. When your grandma saw black olives for the first time. That's
Was she-
funny.
Was she from Italy?
I know you
Or-
guys don't understand, but what he said is just remember the story about his grandmother was telling she saw black olives for the first time. So she saved some money, bought three olives. Imagine her huge deception discovering they weren't chocolate. Oh man, did she think they were chocolate?
No, I don't understand either.
If she thought they were chocolate, that's a big surprise.
You know who I imagine?
What?
Sophia from Golden Girls.
Oh, it's you.
These are chocolate!
That's funny. All right, you guys ready for another happy story? Good. 30-year-old pizza delivery man gets a car as a tip from his community.
Saw that. That's awesome.
Isn't that neat?
Yeah, I love this
his
story.
name is Robert Peters. He's been delivering pizza in Tipton, Indiana for more than 30... How old is this
How
guy?
can he be 30 years
30-year pizza
Oh,
delivery.
okay.
He's not 30. He's like 50-something. It looks like, or 40-something. His has been delivering for 31 years. His 28-year-old Oldsmobile is on his last rides.
I can see that.
So the community urged him to buy one. The whole community raised him enough money to pay for the car, tax, insurance, and gas.
That would be like a Cletus. in
They
that,
got him
right?
19. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. They got him $19,000. So we went out and bought a a red Chevy Malibu, and enough money for taxes, insurance, other fees, and gas money for like a year.
Nice.
So that's you're hearing this stuff quite often, especially the worse that difficulties get. People step up and do something for somebody. I just think that's
Oh,
wonderful.
we could segue into NASCAR with that. You know how?
Except I don't get to tell my other story if we do.
Damn it, you should have done that one. Then you should have done that one. Then we could have talked about the guy.
All right,
who's
well,
the
remind me
ARCA
about the
driver.
pizza guy.
The ARCA driver.
All right, well, we'll
Okay.
get to that.
Okay. I'll look up his
Or
name.
you know what? Do the
No.
NASCAR, and then I'll get back to the last stories.
You do your story. I'll look up the guy's name. How about that?
All right. So anyway, I thought that was a great story. I got to zing through these last ones because we're a little bit behind pace right now. All right, I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but this is really big news. Not only has the Pentagon admitted there are UFOs, the Pentagon has now admitted that they're testing the wreckage from the crashes. I always wondered how we got the chip. I have a funny feeling that may have something to do with it personally. So they finally admitted that they've been researching like the skin. They found the skin from the thing that is like paper almost. I was looking at the pictures of it, but it restores to its shape. If you crumple it up, it goes back to its shape. If you bend it, it goes back to its shape. And it's very, very light, but extremely strong and heat resistant. Very interesting. So the big guys have all been testing these. So if you see some of these materials coming into existence in like our military, you'll know where. What they say in the article is, incredibly, part of the information release discovers material with shape recovery properties, such as the memory metal debris found in 47. Based on the documentation received, it appears that the retrieved debris exhibits other extraordinary capabilities. In addition to remembering their original form when bent or crushed, some of these futuristic materials have the potential to make things invisible, compress electromagnetic energy, or even slow down the speed of light.
Wait, wouldn't their original form be not bent or not crushed?
Yeah, but they return to form.
It's, no.
So all this is based on a FOIA request, Federal Office of Information request, and that's how it came about being, and that's how they came about releasing it. So if you think there's somebody out there, there is. On that note, back to the pizza.
Okay. So, ARCA, what does ARCA stand for? American
Race Car Association.
Okay, so those are the kind of average before you get to NASCAR.
That the order it goes is ARCA, then Trucks, then Nationwide Series, and then Cup.
So ARCA's still
So
pretty
it's
good.
it's like triple A.
It's like
Oh no, it's like single A
minor
baseball.
league, single A minor league.
Yeah, it's like single
Okay,
A.
so this ARCA driver named Andy, I'm gonna butcher his last name, but since I'm Polish, I'm gonna try it. Jankowiak, I think, is also a pizza delivery driver. He uses his tip money to fund his racing career. Isn't that cool? And he finished in the top 10 last week.
That's very good. That's very
That's
good.
very cool.
And that is a neat league because that's where all the kids that are coming up go.
And Menard sponsors that league.
Yep. So let's see. So now that's...
And also, you should always tip your pizza delivery drivers.
Yeah, you should. I did that for, a summer? That was fun.
Oh, a little bit, yeah.
And then I did it back 30 years ago when I was looking for some extra money. Well,
There's no such thing as extra money.
Well, some money. I needed money, so I did it. All right, now, let's see. Anything anybody wants to throw in? Questions from you guys before I move on to the next topic. Anything? Let's see. Talking about booze. Bullwinkle got my pillows. Good. Didn't have Angel. Freedom of Information Act. That's it. That's it. So let's see. We're going to move on to racing stuff because you will not believe, if you didn't watch and you haven't heard about the Daytona 500 this week, 100-1 long shot won. 100-1.
After a rain delay, some people didn't even know.
Well, but the rain delay was 17 laps into the race, so the race was really.
Like my friend, she didn't even know they had the race. She thought it was going to be on Monday.
Oh, really?
I was talking to her about it on Monday. She
On
goes,
Nebraska?
What? No,
Oh.
Jenny.
Oh.
She goes, I didn't even know they had the race. I told her I was tired because I watched the race.
Yeah, it was on till 12:30 or so, I guess.
The next day. It
Yeah.
was on Monday, Jenny.
It was on.
It was on Monday.
It finished on Monday.
Yeah.
So this guy named Michael McDowell has been in NASCAR for a long, long time.
13 years. Well,
And
as a rookie,
He
13 years.
he also is one that there's a video of him. That's one of the most horrendous crashes you'll ever see from about 13 years
From
ago.
13 years ago.
Yep, from 13 years ago. And he was driving for Michael Waltrip Racing at the time, and he had a right front blowout going into a corner at 190 miles an hour. He went straight into the wall. Car went ass over tea kettle 19 million times.
I think 8.
And he jumped out of the car. He wasn't hurt. But they still talking about it. It was one of the worst wrecks anybody had ever seen. So this fella, he's been around for a long time. Drove crap cars
Yeah.
forever. So he wins. He gets the trophy. He gets the rings. He gets black leather jackets. And he gets Rolex Oyster Perpetual Cosmograph Daytona model as a winner. That's a $20,000 watch, or $10,000, something like that. It's incredible. So anyway, it was a great race. It was back and forth. Didn't know who was going to win until the very end. 2 tremendously huge crashes. What do you think of the crashes?
Me?
Yep.
What
are you looking at?
I'm just zoning out. I was actually in the parking lot of Bojangles during the first crash, waiting for your biscuit.
Come on, I want a biscuit.
Yeah, that was listening to it on Sirius XM. But at least I got to hear Rusty Wallace name all the people that crashed.
Man,
that was fascinating.
That was a ton. And then none of that wasn't good enough. There was a second wreck. And then at the very end,
it started raining.
That was the big wreck happened, and then the major rain fell.
Right.
We came back.
Right.
It was
on
one
the way
more.
home, I called you. I was like, they're red flagging it. You're like, they should. That was a big wreck. I'm like, no, there's light.
And then it poured for hours and hours and hours and hours. And then they finally got back to racing at what time was it? 4, 5, 6, 7 o'clock?
It never rains in Florida.
So they finally got back to racing late. It was an amazing race. I mean, if you like exciting back and forth races where you just don't know who's going to win, that was your kind of race.
10 o'clock.
No,
they didn't finish until 12:30.
Yeah, right, but it was 450 laps at 483
Yeah, but it's not a 5-hour race.
Yeah, it was pretty late. It was after 9. I know that much.
Yeah.
Oh, was it? Okay.
That's why some people didn't even think they were going to have it.
I got you. I don't remember what time. I was just like, when's the race? So anyway, it was amazing. You guys throw some stuff in. What did you think of the race?
Who?
You guys. Lisa, what did you think of the race?
It was a race.
You were not happy about the fact that he won.
Well, no, I wasn't at the end because I was like, damn, I stayed up for this. But,
Right.
I was sad for Brad Keselowski, who's Joey wrecked him.
Once again,
Yeah, I was.
Joey wrecks his teammates as often as he doesn't.
I think Joey needs some better glasses.
I feel bad for Brad because he's been in the lead coming down in the last lap or two like 5 times and gotten wrecked.
Yeah.
He All you have to do is make it 2 more turns, and he finally wins his Daytona 500.
Yeah, and he's not that big of a jerk anymore.
He had a heck of a run coming through the middle, and Joey, being Joey, he just said, well, if I can't block you, I'm going to cut you off.
But he didn't say that. He made some other excuse.
Yeah, Joey will never admit when Joey wrecked somebody. Kez took the high road. He said he's very disappointed with somebody, but he didn't name any names.
Couldn't blame it on Blaney this time.
Well, I think it's also funny is that Kez ended up wrecking Kyle Busch. And, I mean, that makes
it a little better.
That makes Kez my hero of the week. But I mean, how many times have those two gotten together over the years?
Oh gosh.
It seems like every time they wreck, one of them's wrecking the other one.
Sure seems that way, doesn't it? Crazy, huh? All right, let's see what the guys are saying about it.
So not only did Michael McDowell win, but if you don't watch NASCAR, not only did he win, but that was the only time he's ever won a Cup race.
Yeah.
And 350.
Okay, once again, we lost Chuck and Lisa for some reason. I don't know why. Let's see. What? They're gone. Okay. Stand by again, folks. Let's see if I can get them back on the air. Sorry about it. Please don't leave. We'll get them back as soon as we can.
Oh, I'm not on the air. Okay.
You are now. Go ahead.
Hi, guys. I'm sorry.
Stop yelling.
We've had an internet blink here twice tonight so far, so I don't know why.
Oh, that's the weather.
If you're having brownouts, Chuck, it's probably just it's enough to drop
brownouts.
Even if it's a flicker, it's enough to drop the connection.
Well, we've had so much rain here that I'm surprised we haven't had any internet outages entirely, to be honest with you.
I'm still looking.
It's been crazy.
Is Lisa gonna get back in?
I'm finding it. Hold
on. Can you see me now, Bullwinkle?
Yeah, you're on.
Okay, very good. All right. So anyway, I'll keep talking NASCAR until you get here.
Well, after I get there. So what's the
Hey, Dershie, tell me who won our NASCAR league this week, and tell people how they can join us.
Please join. It's not too late.
Yeah. Well, we thought Jerry won.
Wait, did they change it?
When we went to sleep and then woke up the next day, and Jerry is 16 points back. His friend, and I'm not even sure who it is from who joined us.
It's a girl apparently.
Yeah, she joined us last year at the in the championships, and
it says waiting.
I don't see you at all, Lisa.
All right. Well.
We can hear you, but we can't see you.
Okay, I could just talk. I don't have to be on.
Well, that's no fun.
Honey, it's 7:52.
That's Lisa's dream is not to be on.
Remember at first she didn't ever want to go on the air?
I keep trying, but it just says you are about to join.
We're good.
Did
We
you
can hear you,
release her
Elise.
from last time?
Yes.
It just says waiting. No.
So anyway, yeah, she ended up winning and is leading. Chuck, you and I lost 4 drivers each, I think. We're bringing up the rear again.
At lap 17, my race was over.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I lost 3 drivers.
All gone.
You and I lost 3 drivers on lap 17, and that was the night. We were done. Unbelievably, I'm in a league with.
Here, I'm gonna sit with you.
Yeah, come over here.
I'm in a league with 15 people, Chuck.
Yeah.
And I'm winning.
Oh my goodness!
Exact same lineup, and I'm winning by 2 points because everybody else in the league picked more people that crashed than I did.
Hey, we can prove that we're in the same room now.
We are in the same room.
Can you see us?
Anyway, if anybody wants to join, they can go to.
What happened? You were unplugging it.
They can go to NASCAR.com/fantasy.
Right.
And
Where both goes.
NASCAR.com/fantasy, and you can if you create an account and then go in and join.
Fantasy, not Fandussy.
I can't type. Fandussy. Tussy.
Thank you, Audra.
Can't type tonight for some reason.
With you. And this is why I keep her on her side of the table during this show.
I think I got it right. All right, and then you need to once you go into you want to join, search for Bobbleheads Racing. All right, and then once you do that, it's going to ask you for a password, and the password is where is turn 4. And you can join us. It's not too late. It's a long season. We have a lot of fun.
Please join us. It's a lot of fun. You get to interact with us constantly.
Yeah, and we'd love to have more people join us in the league because it's just a blast.
Yep. So let's see. After this show, we will be. She keeps doing things to my face. You're a troublemaker.
Get a room.
We're in a room.
Well, stay off my lawn then.
Turn off the camera. Just kidding. Anyway, moving right along. So anyway, yeah, join us in that league there. Okay. We have a really, really good time.
Also, before we leave, if you're new, please make sure that you go down to the bottom there and click the subscribe button.
Yes,
and
please do that.
Make sure that that way you'll get announcements each time we're on. Even if we move to a Wednesday, you'll get an announcement.
Except for today, which nobody got.
Chuck and Lisa's show is on.
Yeah, I never got my announcement today. I wonder what happened, Dersh.
Nobody loves us.
Don't know.
Usually I have to close that notification.
Right. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention if I got mine or not.
We're going to blame everything tonight on YouTube.
Okay.
Also, we have 3 freeloaders out there right now.
Oh, no!
We don't like freeloaders around here. If you're listening no, we don't. If you're listening to the show and if you haven't liked the show, then you're a freeloader. Freeloaders are not good. So make sure you like the show as well. We got 3 people out there that haven't liked the show, and if we find out who you are, Chuck's going to send you a nasty letter.
Yeah, or something like that.
You won't be able to read it though.
Well, we appreciate we really appreciate all of you guys. Let's see. What do you want to talk about? We have 4 minutes. We've already covered everything, including post the link for next week for the next show at 8:30, buddy.
Next week we should give away something.
Dershey.
Give away Dershey?
We're going to give away Dershey for a prize for
No, we can't do that. And we don't know how to.
No, his wife might.
We
not
don't know
like
how
that.
to work.
Or she might.
We could give away broccoli.
Don't give her any ideas, Chuck.
I'll
That's
think.
funny,
I'll think
buddy.
of something.
See, now you know what it's like to be a ghost over here. It must have something to do with this chair.
Well, I have hair. You don't have hair.
No, you don't. Now you got
You
ghost
got
hair.
hair. I don't know.
I wonder what it is over here.
Could be your camera or the lighting. Who knows?
It's the lighting of the green screen. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. So anyway, guys, Darcy's going to post the link for our show, which will start at 8:30. Okay. So if you want to hear Darcy and me rant and rave about politics,
No.
you don't,
No.
but these people will.
No.
Stop that. Otherwise, they won't watch us.
Yes, they will. You know better.
Okay.
All right,
You
I
like
posted
what we
it.
say. If you're not on Lisa's side of the fence, you'll like.
Everything Lisa hates, you should watch.
I don't know. I posted it. Did it show up? Because you know how they're blocking links
I
now.
don't. There it is.
Yeah.
There's the link for the right side of politics. So please click on that before we even end this show. That way you're already over there.
No.
You,
Hey, Chuck, we got eight likes and 9 people, so we only got 1 freeloader tonight.
you guys are lovely. Hey, if we get 8 out of 9, that's
Maybe
not
one
bad.
person has a dual personality.
Oh, I know who the 9th person was.
You. Me.
It was me.
Well,
No, I think it was me.
you are a
I forgot to
freeloader.
let that show. I
You are a
forgot to let that
freeloader.
show.
We know that
Now we
already.
got 10.
Nice.
We got more people than it says.
Well, maybe one person left.
Oh, that's right. But they give us a thumbs up anyway. Well, listen, I want to thank everybody that joined us tonight in the chat room. Bullwinkle, she's doing it again, Darcy. Audra, want to cover everybody.
We're gonna have to separate you two.
That's what we normally do. Neutrino, thank you, buddy. He's in Romania, by the way.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Think already. Let's see who else. I don't want to miss anybody.
Yeah.
Jerry,
See my new car?
you got a new car?
Who got a
Yeah,
new
see
car?
it?
That's everybody.
See it
Where is it?
on the
Oh,
camera?
it'll show up in a second. Oh, is it on the live camera?
Yeah,
Oh.
on the live camera.
Cool.
Oh, cool. I like Noah Gregson.
Black
He's gonna be a
Rifle
good
Coffee.
driver. Chuck posts pictures of Dave the cat. Dave the cat is something else to watch, you guys. He's almost twice the size of Lisa's little puppy. Which will get up to what, 15 pounds?
She already is 10 pounds.
Right, so she'll get up, what, 2-3 pounds more maybe?
Maybe 15.
Okay. She'll still only be less than what Dave weighs already.
Less than a
And
normal.
Dave's only 2 years old, and he's still filling out.
She's less than a normal Westie.
Yep, she's a miniature Westie, basically. She's the runt in a very small breed. So you guys, we had a great time. We're so glad you guys join us. We really mean that. It means a lot to us. We like coming on and hanging out with you guys. And my wife likes sitting over here and terrorizing me on air, I see. Note to self, make sure her camera works.
She's gonna sabotage it now, Chuck, just so she can sit over there.
I know. We love you guys. Everybody have a great night, and make sure you click on the right side of politics and join us again in half an hour. Everybody have a great night. We'll see you next week for another hour of nothing but fun.
Good night, everybody. Love you. Thanks for being here.
Good night, Lisa.
Good night, Lisa. Shut up, Chuck.
Good night, Lisa.
Say
Shut up, Chuck. Get off my lawn!
Bye.